EVs are all anyone talks about these days, and every company is rolling out their line of electric cars. But guess what? Toyota decided to be different. They focused less on going completely electric and more on making hybrids. And you know what? It looks like they were onto something. EVs are facing challenges and other car manufacturers have suffered losses. But Toyota isn't affected. These are the 6 reasons why Toyota is having its big "I told you so" moment. First up, at number 6, hybrids are getting more and more popular. While EV growth has slowed down, hybrids are on the rise. In 2024, hybrids made up 9% of new car sales, surpassing EVs at 7.8%. You see, this is Toyota's "I told you so" moment. Toyota was one of the pioneers of this tech, and it's now a leader in hybrid technology. Rather than working on EVs, Toyota worked to make the existing tech a lot better and a lot more efficient. So now Toyota has a major share in an already growing industry. In 2023 alone, Toyota sold over 3.4 million hybrids worldwide, and this trend isn't going to stop anytime soon. Models like the Camry and the upcoming next-gen RAV4 will only be available as hybrids. Why? Well, that's because they emit less carbon than traditional gas-only vehicles, which is a plus for environmentally conscious consumers. They also address concerns about range and charging anxiety that come with EVs. Additionally, hybrids are often more affordable. Toyota's hybrids are known for their reliability and cost-effectiveness, because while these cars might be slightly more expensive than their gasoline counterparts, they're not that expensive. On top of that, these cars are extremely fuel efficient. According to Toyota, the Camry can do 52 miles to the gallon, so a ton of savings there. Given these benefits, it's no surprise that GM and Ford are introducing more hybrids to the US market, especially after facing losses on unsuccessful EV projects. Speaking of the US, nothing changed EVs like this next reason. At number 5, there have been changes in the government policy when it comes to EVs. What kind of changes? Okay, so about a year ago, the Environmental Protection Agency just proposed a plan aiming to make 67% of new cars electric by 2032. Well, no one's happy with this plan. You see, American manufacturers have spent a ton of money on EVs, from research and development to building entirely new manufacturing facilities. They ended up spending billions upon billions. But thanks to the extremely sluggish sales of EVs, they're probably going to face some major losses in the future. Then on top of that, the United Auto Workers is worried about people losing their jobs. Not to mention, the consumers aren't exactly happy either. But why is that? You see, contrary to what people think, EVs aren't super convenient. Plus, they are super expensive when compared to their counterparts. So it's understandable that people just aren't ready to switch from gas cars. The EPA plan didn't consider the market conditions, and they made it so that everyone's just going to be extremely hyped to buy an EV. But that didn't happen. So the EPA came up with a new, more practical plan. In this plan, they now expect EVs to make up only a third of new car sales by 2032. It's a major win for the automotive sector, the workers, and the consumers. This allows companies to avoid massive fines and keep making gas cars, which turn a profit. It's especially important for American automakers who rely on heavy-duty pickups. That brings us to this next one. Next, at number 4, Toyota is now known for putting consumers first and the government second. One big reason why rapid electrification didn't work out is that governments pushed for EVs without considering what customers wanted. Instead of focusing on customer needs, the emphasis was on forcing EV adoption. This led to higher prices for EVs without much benefit for consumers. Plus, it caused prices of traditional gas cars to go up as car makers rushed to invest in EVs and they needed the capital. But here's the catch. Companies aren't making money from EV sales. Recent reports show they lose around $6,000 on each EV sold. Toyota decided not to play this risky game. They've said they'd rather pay fines than invest poorly. Toyota's strategy focuses on what customers and dealers want, not just following regulations. And now Toyota's approach seems smart. While other car makers like Ford and GM suffered huge losses and delayed EV plans, Toyota stayed steady and waited patiently. Their customer-centered strategy has paid off, showing they were right all along. Now governments are easing up on their push for electrification, after seeing the challenges faced by big American car makers. Toyota's foresight and focus on customers have once again proven to be a winning strategy. What does this mean for the company? Well, at number 3, using this strategy, Toyota made record profits. While pursuing environmental goals is important, it's also crucial for automakers to make profits to sustain their operations. Rapid electrification hasn't been profitable for many car manufacturers. Take GM and Ford, for example. They invested heavily in new technology but ended up with some major losses. Ford lost $5 billion on EVs in 2023, leading to production delays and delayed investments. GM also postponed the production of electric vehicles. On the other hand, though, Toyota focused on strategic investments that paid off. Instead of pouring money into still developing EV technology, they perfected their hybrid vehicles. Toyota's earnings for the 9 months from April to December 2023 nearly doubled compared to the same period in 2022, reaching $27 billion. To put this into perspective, Tesla, a major player in the EV market, had a profit increase of 19% last year, totaling only $15 billion. That's how profitable Toyota has been. But this next reason is just as important. Number 2, EV tech is still immature. Toyota's leadership, including Akio Toyoda, believed that EV technology wasn't ready for everyone to use. They argued that EVs needed more time for development and couldn't ensure zero emissions reliably. And surprise, surprise, that's exactly how it is right now for EVs. Currently, EVs struggle to meet the average driver's needs while also being expensive. The average cost of an EV in 2023 was between $55,000 and $60,000. EVs can be pricier upfront because of the technology involved, especially the batteries. High interest rates and a slowing market add to the challenges. According to the Boston Consulting Group, potential EV buyers are looking for a car priced under $50,000, with at least 350 miles of range and a 20-minute charging time. But only one car, the Hyundai Ioniq 6 SE rear-wheel drive long range, meets these criteria, leaving many options falling short in various aspects. Battery technology remains a hurdle as well. Batteries perform poorly in cold weather and drain quickly under heavy use. Issues with charging stations and overall convenience have also left many EV owners dissatisfied. There aren't enough charging stations yet, especially for long trips. This can make it inconvenient and lead to range anxiety. And while we have fast chargers, the problem is that even with fast chargers, it takes longer to charge an EV than to fill up a gas tank. On top of all that, while EV batteries are reliable, they tend to degrade over time. Not only does this decrease the car's range, but it also means that you'll have to shell out tons of cash to replace it. And while EVs don't emit tailpipe emissions, making their batteries can be energy intensive. Also, the source of the electricity used to charge them matters for the environmental impact. What's the point of an EV if you're going to use electricity from a coal-powered plant to charge it? These challenges show the need for further development and refinement in EV technology. Does this mean Toyota is no longer making EVs? Not at all. Finally, at number 1, it means Toyota has diversified its offerings. Toyota isn't against electric cars, but they think focusing solely on battery electric vehicles isn't the best approach. They believe in offering a variety of options for zero emissions and sustainability. Toyota says it's important for customers to choose what works best for them. They don't think full electrification is achievable and believe EVs will only make up a third of the global market. That's why Toyota invests in alternative technologies, with hybrids leading the way. They've shown they can design hydrogen fuel cell vehicles and engines that run on hydrogen and liquid ammonia. This shows Toyota is ready to adapt to stay a top global player in the automotive industry. Don't get this wrong, Toyota has worked on a couple of EVs. It's not that the brand has completely ignored them. It's just Toyota is only trying out EVs, rather than going all in. They're just testing out their market while maintaining their focus on hybrids and efficient gas-powered vehicles. So now the question is, what do you guys think? Do you think Toyota played it smartly? Or will Toyota's reluctance to adapt ensure its demise? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to hit that glowing subscribe button for more content like this.